So what does it mean to you to get to lead your own program, especially here at a school as large as Northside with a great football tradition?
I mean, it means a lot. I mean, these past 2 years, I've been at Northrop, I've been at Wayne, and I observed, the previous head coaches, and now to have the opportunity to be in their position to impact, not only a school but a community, it means a lot.
Once you finished up at St. Francis, did you think, man, it's only going to be a couple years before I'm a head coach, or has this come a little sooner than you thought?
Definitely sooner. I mean, when I left St. Francis, I was just grateful to become the linebacker coach at Northrop. And then, hooking up with Gilbert and just really picking his brain and Kirshner, it kind of motivated me to, lead a school because I saw the blueprint and I'm just like, if I can do this, I wonder what would happen.
What was the message to the team? Obviously, you met the guys today. It kind of became official that you're the head coach at the recent FWCS board meeting. So what was your message to the guys when you finally got a chance to meet with them as a group for the first time?
I preached accountability and development. I pretty much set the standard today, told them the expectations, I gave them a calendar, and I'm just excited to get started.
What's priority number one for you? What's your main goal that you're trying to accomplish right off the bat here at Northside?
Build relationships. Next week I'll be over here, and I set aside time just to come over here and talk with the kids because biggest thing I've learned that is not the X's and O's that lead to the wins. It's the relationship piece. Kids will not play hard until they know how much you care.
When you take a look at your career, tell me about what you learned at St. Francis, what position you play, and what did you gain from that experience playing college football right here in the city of Fort Wayne?
Biggest thing at St. Francis is it's a family environment there because, my freshman year at a playoff game, went down on kickoff, I ended up bruising my spinal cord, paralyzed, and I came back. After a year of rehab. But in that year taking off, the coaches still embraced me like I was part of the team. And because they did that, when I did return to the football field, it motivated me to play hard for them. And coaching really wasn't even in the game plan until that happened because I started seeing, how Didier broke stuff down or how Donnelly prepared or Wagner, and it intrigued me more. And just to see that football, it's a unique game. It's 11 individual matchups. And the coaches, just the way they break it down and what goes on behind it, I never would imagine that as a player.
When you take a look at the history here, I mean, Northside's only, 2013 they won the SAC championship, which is not easy to do with the Dwengers and the Snyders of the world and the Lures and all the quality programs here in Fort Wayne. But 8-22 the last 3 seasons. How do you get back to that winning football knowing that and Northside has the athletes, has the kids to compete for a conference championship in a conference that is so tough, that wins state championships year in and year out?
And the thing about, building a successful program is not an overnight thing. I realized that it would take 4 to 5 years, and that's another thing I preach today with the student athletes, is that these are the expectations, and we're going to focus on the process. I do not want to preach about winning. I do not want to talk about winning. I want to talk about buying into the process. You buy into the process, winning happens.
Anything else you'd like to add?
Not at all. I'm just ready to get started. Go Legends.